which teach them the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel.
Good night, everyone. Let me know if you're seeing me clearly. Let me know if you are hearing me. If you're seeing and hearing me clearly, welcome to another episode of Extra Class, episode number 225. I trust that everyone is okay, everyone is healthy. For the persons who are still at work, I trust that your shift will end soon. For the person, and you will be able to get home in very short order. For the persons who are on their way home, please get home safely. And for the people who are there home, ready for listen to teach about some things we have to jam down. Jam rock. Jamaica land we love. Land of food and water, Bob Marley, Usain Bolt, Vybz Kartel, Buju Banton, Shelly and Fraser Price, Elaine Thompson, Tessa Miller, Marcus Mosiah Garvey and some more people. Tesha Miller and them people, Bird Samuels and Paula Llewellyn and you know what I mean? Peeps, good night. As per usual, first and foremost, let me apologize for being late. I know I'm very, very late tonight. Peace, I'm tired. I'm not go around, you know. You understand what I say? If I tell you otherwise, I'd be lying. Right now, I kind of feel burnout, in all honesty. Zine, came home, tried working on a video. I have to stop the editing process and go sleep. If I never feel me alarm me, then still asleep right now. I'm really and truly exhausted, peace. I'm not telling a lie. You understand? It was a rough week at work. A lot of things, you know, not really sort out. So we have to try to balance some things and movements at teach and everything. And, you know, as I said, we have departmental responsibility. So a lot of the things kind of come down on our shoulder from time to time. So we have to just deal with the thing. But peace, we're there. So my sincere apologies. Zane, for the people that will exercise some patience and go and hold out like a soldier treat. Big up on yourself. You understand me? I say, peeps, we're there now. Good night. Soon circle.
Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them. You know, which teach them the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel. Hey, yo, yellow. Like, subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification button. Hey, yo, we always up to something. Teach them. Hey, yo, yellow. Send the message and make it reach them. It's teach them. Right here. Warlord representing.
Yes, I. Good night to the people who are there for the first time. If you're here for the first time, welcome. Please forgive my tardiness. For the people who are here day in, day out, big up on yourself. You understand what I say? We big up some people look more still. You know what I mean? Because we're late already, you know. So in a sense, we sit down and waste some more time. Make we get up and running quick and fast. Because night a come. Well, night good as day already still. By the looks of it. See? Minimum wage increase looms, says JEF president. So president of the Jamaica Employers Federation, David One, says an increase in the minimum wage may be coming soon. Mr. One, who is also a member of the Minimum Wage Commission representing the private sector, was speaking recently on a radio show. He says an announcement could come within the next 2 months. David One, my hope is not no $1, Mr. One, I look for it. Meanwhile, Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark was also on the radio program, and he did not make any pronouncements on the minimum wage, but pointed out that the adjustments are usually made every 2 years. So the Minimum Wage Commission has been having consultation across several parishes. Me not see them. Yes, and the Finance Minister says the Commission is now going through the information that has been collected. Meanwhile, Mr. One disclosed that during the consultations, affordability concerns were raised in relation to a sharp increase in the minimum wage. He says small businesses have already expressed concerns about whether or not they would be able to maintain their current staff complement if there's a sharp increase in the minimum wage. And the reality is that that's a valid cause for concern, that's a valid point, as many smaller enterprises may not be able to stay afloat should a drastic increase in the minimum wage be declared. And so in an attempt to give employees more spending power, you may end up with a situation where more persons become unemployed. However, I have always said, and I normally tell my students this for some strange reason, You understand? Because they tend to complain a lot, you know. This hard and life hard and all sort of things are. Zane, for every problem in life, there's a solution. So if it means then that some of these companies are going to suffer, Zane, and they may have to lay off some people, it simply means then that the government may need to look at some incentives for these companies as it relates to probably taxes, Zane, or tax breaks, for want of a better word, Zane, or if these companies import raw material from overseas to have their company progressing, they may look into reducing tax on importation of raw material. They may look at reducing GCT. They may look at reducing some stuff where at the end of the day, the consumer have more spending power. So it is not a situation where nothing can be done. Will it be an ideal situation? Hell no. You understand what I say? But the reality is that some concessions can be made so poor people can have a little bit more money in their pocket. You can't imagine a man work $2 a week. You understand? When the month done, $8 that, you know, and then just to go to supermarket at $10, you know, plus him light at $2 and him water is $1. You understand? Plus him children if go to school, which is $1,000. Then I'm going to survive. You feel me? So I understand. So let's not get it twisted. I totally understand that there are going to be concerns from business owners. I understand that doubling the minimum wage is not as straightforward as many people would think and would want to happen. There are many variables and factors at play, Zane. So we have to find a common ground and some consensus. But the reality is that you can't pay a man $7,500 per week and him pay $8,000 for bus fare and $10,000 for you then go to school. Then something have to happen. You understand what I say? So I don't know that there will be 100% increase. Very unlikely. But say man. You understand? Something have to give. Zane, so I don't know who I will give it, but something got to give. So I can watch and see how it goes. You understand? Imagine earning a salary like mine. I know the most money in the world, but I know the worst pay in the world. You know, I look at babysitting fee. Zane, and I have had times in my teaching career where I have struggled financially. Like, seriously struggled financially. You understand? Can you imagine somebody who is earning $7,500 a week? You understand what I say? So, it rough. It rough. Zane, and these are some of the things, and we not promote crime and criminality, but the reality is that if we are going to be honest with ourselves, these are some of the things that are proliferating crime across the country, innit? You understand? Happy New Year, Real Pasa channel. Blessings. Zane, yeah man. Dublin would be a good start to the country's progression. Barry J, in all honesty, that is true. But the reality is that can some companies or some entities and institutions survive financially after doubling minimum wage for their staff? You understand? So that is a cause of concern. However, I am suggesting that things can be done from a governmental perspective to soften the blow or cushion the blow that this would have on these employers. So, make we see, will there be any concessions? Will there be any vision exercise in this process? I don't know. You understand? All the dance, lucky if them had 5 bills. Them are going to add more than that, man. You have to go in faith in a brother. All the dance, not easy, and man, so you have to teach. You did you talk about double, have 5 bills, the man, them are going to have you turn there. You understand? So, fingers crossed, that is not the case, though. Yes, Zane, yes, Kanaika, Root Daly, Dante Dan, Kev, Miss Pearly Simpson, Ken Prosper, Carlington Chambers, all of them people there, Diamond Clark, gonna big up on yourself, you know. You understand? You know, say, we talk to some more people, look more. Zane, and them good things. So, you know that the courts operate in what we call terms or sessions, and the new court session, which is called the Hillary Hillary session would have started recently, and we saw where Director of Public Prosecutions, we'll be talking about Paula quite a bit tonight, you know. Craig and DeAndre, one of them, I talk about a girl tonight. You understand? So the DPP would have outlined many of the cases on the books that are supposed to receive attention from the courts in the session. And murder cases dominated the case list for a trial during the St. James Circuit Court's Hillary session, which started on Tuesday in Montego Bay. So there were 47 murders and 34 sexual offenses among the 150 cases that are scheduled for a sitting, which includes 134 matters that were traversed from previous circuit court sessions. Lottery scamming matters, which dominated the case list in recent years, stood at 27. There were only 21 jurors available for the 150 cases. May I say that again, peeps? You have 150 cases. Not case of beer, you know. You have 150 cases in front of the court. And it's like, oh, for the 150 cases, only 21 jurors available. Yes, I mean, know enough people in the jury duty business there, you know. Yes, and enough people kind of fearful for them life and them family and them something, so them kind of find a way out of the jury duty settings. I also read somewhere where, I don't know if the Justice Minister Smaddy, I say there should be stronger or stricter penalties for persons who would try to duck jury duty, claiming illness or whatever. So me don't know. So me could see. That could be a thing coming soon. You understand? So me could watch and see what go on. Yeah. So there were only 21 jurors available for the 150 cases. And Justice Glenn Brown, who presided over the opening session, lamented the refusal of persons to take up jury duties when summoned. Justice Brown poured cold water on the often used excuses of health challenges and fear of defendants, noting that those excuses will not be accepted. Yeah. I did a video not so long ago in Bethlehem, you understand, about jury duty and how you are summoned for jury duty and the penalties for failing to report for jury duty. But you know what thing, that video was edifying the population, so nobody know watch it. You understand what I say? But if I did do a video say a juror was murdered, you then go viral. But because we are edifying and try to educate, you understand, and dispense some information, nobody not interested in it. Because the society where we live in, we are not really into acquiring knowledge. We are not into acquiring credible information, saying that may be helpful to us in the future. We are more into, delving into people's business and private affairs and sus and gossip. It's the reality. I mean, I cuss some people right now. This is my cussing face. Yeah, so I say, cause some people, I don't know, but man them, I don't have no time for waste. So, them alright. To get out of jury duty, all you have to say is that you are the sole provider for your family. I do it all the time. Don't do it. Miss Patsy Brown, dig up yourself in the Empress. Hope all is well. You understand? Really and truly appreciate the contribution and the information. Yes, sir. Ah, boy. So, added to that, because remember, so the Hillary session would have opened right across in courts right across the country. So the DPP is pleading with defense attorneys to accept plea deals where feasible. Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn, is pleading with defense lawyers to use the Criminal Justice Administration's Act to enable their clients to get reduced sentences in the court system. Under the Act, a guilty individual can receive the benefit of between 15 to 50% in the reduction of time to spend in the penal system at sentencing. Reading kind of half tonight, This is dependent on the stage at which they enter the guilty plea. So basically, if you plead guilty before the trial start, you may end up getting a 50% discount on your sentencing. But supposing I make like a trial, they are saying, this looks sticky, you know, say, yeah, I think you're going to beat me bad, like, me I go plead guilty. You may get not 50%, you will get less than that. So if you go look plea bargain, you take it from early answer and save yourself stress and save the court stress. You understand? And I guess taxpayers will have to suffer whichever way, because if at the court, we have to go pay for court staff and judges, and if then go to prison, we still have to go pay for the correctional services operation. So, boy, taxpayers, we don't know. You understand? Yeah, so speaking in open court on Tuesday after the ceremonial opening of the Hillary term at the Home Circuit Court Division of the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston, the DPP said she's in agreement with guidelines for the reduction of sentencing. She said going forward in 2020, where we have pleas of guilty being taken, the Crown prosecutors will seek to assist the court in making submissions in relation to the sentencing. Llewellyn said this approach will apply in cases generally, except for those in which the presiding judge decides to go up to the maximum penalties allowed by the sentencing guidelines because of the severity of the acts committed. I, in essence, don't have an issue with plea bargaining. Plea bargaining is offered in almost all democratic jurisdictions around the world. It's a necessary part of the dispensation of justice. However, I am of the view that some people should not have the opportunity to benefit from no plea bargaining reduction. Or when you plead guilty is a million years. You understand what I say? So my opinion, and this is my opinion, is that not all persons in front of the court system should be afforded said opportunity. I think that there should be stricter guidelines as it relates to the cases and the instances in which this can be facilitated, because I know everybody deserves that something there. You understand? Some man nothing get that something there. When a man kill him won't pitney them because him claims that one woman cheat upon him and he kill a woman. But we are saying if him pitney them. When a man rape and kill children, Zane, when a man rape and kill one 98-year-old lady, like, you feel what I say? Then the man don't forget no plea, brother. You feel me? When a man kill a judge, when a man kill a police, you know some people get dark when I say police. When a man kill a police, then he's attack the country. When you kill a soldier, like, you understand? Them certain things you don't forget that's something never. You see? So, as I said, in order for the justice system to function efficiently, plea bargaining is a thing. You can't get around that. However, I know everybody forget it. Missy man kill pregnant woman and wrap them up in a tarpaulin. You know Jamaica was a tarpaulin, like. You understand? A man get about 7 years, like. Can't plea. Man, go with that, man. You understand me? I said, that now play. Who pick that? So, it's not everybody forget plea bargain. I understand say it's a necessary thing. See, and it has its place, but on everybody. And everything fit everybody. You understand? Like broke life no fit me, so me no want that. So some, fit some man. A plea bargain something. You see? Yeah. That me I say. Llewellyn said this approach will apply in cases generally. Me not like that. Except for those in which the presiding judge decides to go up to the maximum penalties allowed by the sentencing guidelines. I don't think that is a judge alone purview. Say some man not forget it. You understand? According to Llewellyn, under Section 20 of the Criminal Justice Act, which is the Plea Negotiation and Agreement Act, her office was able to use evidence from a plea deal with a felon to convict reputed Klansman gangster Tessa Miller. You know, we're going to talk about that some more, look more. You understand? And thing. She said we were able to negotiate to the felon benefit, and he received a significant discount. It was the first time during my practice as DPP that this section of the law was being utilized by an incarcerated individual. I urged my learned colleagues to educate themselves about this section of the Act. We are open to to that. And we will continue to encourage counsels to have guilty pleas entered ahead of trial. Miss Brown said, teach them pay the jurors and how long they have to serve to get paid. I think in the video that I did, I would have also spoken about jury compensation and them something. I don't remember off the top of my head. It's been a while. I think I did that video when a juror, I think one of them in the cartel trial would have came out and publicly declared some stuff and some things. I mean, I think it was that time I did it. You understand? So, but I don't know. Probably don't need to go watch it so the video can get local spotlight still. Ken Prosper, big up yourself, family. Yeah, peeps. So, I could move on. We talk about the DPP in a few. You understand? So, we are talking about some madness and some sadness and everything, you know, peeps. Because you want to say, well, I don't know, year just start new and a be a whole foolishness are going. You know, see what go on. Candy, what go on, mommy? Everything good? Hope you're having a wow 2020. Big up yourself in the Empress. You know what I mean? I want to tell us a Candy comment for almost every video. Can I get a wow? Wow, teacher the best. Wow, wow. Big up yourself, Candy. Alone, wow, we are wow them for 2020. I want to do them. Any update on Kartel? No, you know, Miss Floyd. He is still awaiting the verdict on his appeal hearing. The appeals court would have written to one of his attorneys, Tom Tavares Finson, late last year, saying that they are in the final stages of completing their judgment, and as soon as it is ready, they will be notified. So I suppose I would have done a video during them time there if we say I have known appeals to have taken 2 years for a verdict to be returned, or a ruling to be returned. I would have made mention. I did a video saying Kartel's appeal, what to expect. And I put forward all of the information about how appeals work, saying the time frame that a ruling may be handed down, and thing. Again, many people never watch it because me never did say Kartel I go free tomorrow, and this is why. You understand what I say? So, but the information is there. It's on the channel. So I did a video about, because I tend to do these things, you know. You understand? When particular things come up and I think information is needed, I go out and find the info and I present it. Many times I know that it may not be a popular video because, you know, I say what the populace wants to hear. You understand? But we still put in the work because at the end of the day, it's going to benefit somebody down the road. No. You understand what I say? So I that is the information I have now, Empress. I, like everybody else, is waiting to see how it unfolds and what type of ruling is handed down. Why I may have so much noise at the foot of my video, the corner of my video then. See, you know, I like them and I don't know. Yeah, that look better now. Nice remover. So I can move on now, peeps. See? Miss Joan Gray, God favored me. Tamu good. Tamu wagwan. Cookie mama. Cookie say negotiate to the felon's benefit. Significant discount. They use the rat to catch the cat. Good evening, Cookie wagwan. More Paul is well in mommy. Show me there now. Yeah, them something here. 36-year-old man charged for illegal possession of firearm and ammunition in Center. Then me not have a problem with that, like. You understand? I wish I did 36 men charged for illegal possession, but you have to take it one day at a time, though. Police in St. Ann arrested and charged a man with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition during an operation in Mansfield Green in Orchard recently. Charge is 36-year-old Nicholas. Wanna tell me what Nicholas' surname? Charge is 36-year-old Nicholas, otherwise called Pampers. Then you see wrong, you know see I set them set him so. On see I set them our Pampers sketch. Myself on see them use name and set Pampers one type of way. You understand what I say? A man named Pampers. Then me tired for talk to you about the names them on no answer to. Me tired for telling you say there is a situation where the names we answer to affects us directly or indirectly, and it plays on our subconscious and our egos. How can a man call me Pampas and me and Sasa? Me say, boy, me I tell her, yes, is Williams him name like? Me I need to change my surname because you see right now, that Williams thing a throw me out to, you know. You understand? First thing you name Williams and the name Pampas. You didn't say I set him answer, man. Yeah? Charge is 36-year-old man answer to Pampas. As his name like. Boy, I don't know though. Charged is 36-year-old Nicholas Williams, otherwise called Pampers, a shoemaker of Fern Grove in Ocheria, St. Anne. Reports from the Ocheria police are about midnight. Lawmen ran operation in the area when they saw Williams, otherwise known as Pampers, whose actions arose their suspicion. He probably did have a gun in them Pampers. You understand? He was accosted, searched, and a .138 Smith & Wesson revolver, along with 5 assorted rounds of ammunition, was found in the waistband of his Pampers. A lie, I mean, I said that still. He was subsequently arrested and charged. His court date is to be announced at a later date. What kind of shoes him did I make? The pun is real. You understand? Queen Cleopatra thieves the Pampers like diapers or nappies. Same some women. You know Pampers baby wear like. You understand? It's what kind of shoes Pampers did I make? Because you know, boy, I don't know. Darren Morris, big up yourself. He big man a walk around and people are calling. Then set him someone. May I tell you? Look into it. K, you know, me have to say, K, hola, welcome. Happy New Year. Long time I don't see. Hope you are okay. Always good to see you. You know, one of my moderators. Speaking about one of my moderators, peeps. You understand? Me been have a little concern from recent times. Zane, they said, evening everyone, and I said, teacher, journalist, even boss. Big up yourself for the big brother. Man, as I respect you know. Me been have a little concern. Miss Bernadette George. She is also a moderator on the channel. Miss Bernadette George, I've been absent for a little while. I did not manage to get a contact number for Miss George. I don't know how, because I normally have contact number for many of the viewers. See? Even if I don't save it officially, because sometimes I number them so much and I message them too much. But say, I have reached out to her via email because that is not how she normally communicates. If there's anybody in the stream who has spoken to Miss Bernadette George outside of YouTube since you have been on the channel or a part of the family, you need to link me because I need for know so she's okay. I would have reached out to her via email about 3 or 4 times after I observed that she has not been present for a little while. She is the moderator that is always here. I mean, Miss Hudson is here most of the time. I know Kay and I have her thing. And sometimes she not about Javon, sometimes not about Simon, not about him, probably about, but him not Scotty in and out. You know, Scotty, you know, kind of recover from some personal tragedy. Zane, Rebellious Boutique. She probably there, I wait for me to talk about something, or like one girl, like, and then she comment like, you understand? You see me? So if there's anybody who would have developed a relationship or a friendship with Miss Bernadette George outside of the channel, and you have a link for her, or you need to link up, I need to know so she's alright. Because I have been trying to find out if she's okay, and I not hear from her. Also an update on Juno Gully. He, as I said, would have done the surgery. He would have given one of his kidneys to his father. I mean, that is awesome. And both of them are, the operation was successful. Both of them are recovering and recuperating very quickly. Seeing that. I know Shan messaged me since he came up. Shan wasn't doing so well recently. I'm going to check up about Shan. She could have discussed me, but I deserve it. But boy, I don't know peeps. Next, that G is doing a little bit better than he was doing late last year, but he's still struggling with his health. And stuff. So we continue to pray for him. Him probably a listen now still or something, so him probably soon come in. Who else? I don't remember. If we talk about. Okay, I need to share a particular. There is a young lady in the stream. Her name is Kerian H. TV. She also has a YouTube channel. She's currently ill, and she is in a situation where she needs an operation, and as such, she has launched an avenue for receiving donations. But I think I'll share Anna's story probably not tonight, but on Sunday evening. Possibly I'll probably invite her onto the stream. You know, she has been a part of the family for a little while and stuff. So we need for highlight our story and see if we can assist her in accumulating or acquiring at least a portion of the funds for her situation. So I'll speak to her again. Well, not again. I'll speak to her in detail and find out what would work best for her, and if she's willing to come on and speak, or if she want me just share the information, I'll do that. Because you know, we have to try help each other. You know what I mean? Because the life something you never know. You understand? Today is somebody, tomorrow it can be you. So we have to help each other as much as we can. And I am always willing and able to share stories where Jamaicans who have been contributing to the country. I may also add that she is a registered nurse and the nurse at an educational institution in St. Catherine. You know, we can't give all of the details but she has been somebody who has been contributing to the development of the country and the development of the youths in the country. So she's somebody who would be worthy of our assistance, whether it is prayer, whether it is financially, whether it's a word of encouragement. So she's in the stream now, really. So we can start, you know what I mean, and things. So I'll provide some more details on that on Sunday, I promise, and things. So when I kind of wrap my head some more around the situation and stuff, and then we move forward with that. You understand? Kerry, big up yourself in the Empress. See, you know, go and hold it and fight it, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, and we're there for you. See, in whichever way we can. So, I could say it gonna. Yeah, man. 5 businesses found guilty of breaching the single-use plastic ban. So the National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA, is reporting that 5 businesses were found in breach of the Natural Resources Conservation Authority Plastic Packaging Material Prohibition Order as it concerns single-use plastic bags in the corporate area parish court on Thursday. 6 matters were mentioned, and the defendants were the Orient Express Limited, Doreen's Restaurant, Taros Garden, Azan's Discount Fabric Limited, Kidtopia Limited, and Juicy Patties Limited. You understand? So the court handed down sentences of $30,000 or 30 days in prison in 5 of the 4 pleas. In recognition of its record of good environmental stewardship, Juicy Patties Limited was sentenced to $15,000 or 30 days in prison. Kidtopia Limited pleaded not guilty. That matter is listed to be mentioned a second time on Thursday, the 6th of February. Attorney for NEPA, Stuart Panton, said NEPA has engaged in extensive public education campaigns. Our enforcement team has and continues to assiduously, you see me can't read that, to assiduously work with stakeholders. Yeah. However, there are still people and companies who are intent on flouting the law. The agency has ramped up its efforts and will continue to take action against offenders. The ongoing enforcement drive is as a result of comprehensive enforcement and compliance strategy that NEPA has operationalized. NEPA is inviting businesses to come into compliance with the plastic ban. Failure to do so may result in criminal charges being brought under the Natural Resources Conservation Authority Act. The public is reminded that it is an offense to import, manufacture, distribute or use single-use plastic bags of dimensions not exceeding 24 by 24 inches and 1.2 I think it's milliliters, I'm not sure, in thickness. Or milliliter, I'm not sure what a unit I mean. And plastic drinking straw that look like is a error type of, I'm not sure. So the importation, manufacture, distribution, and use of expanded polystyrene foam products used in the food and beverage industry is also prohibited. It is interesting that NEPA would have gone to such lengths to send the message. However, if you're going to charge a company like Azan or Juicy $30,000, then what you feel like the man them will continue for. I don't know that $30,000 will be a deterrent to these major companies and entities. I mean, it's a step in the right direction. I will not discount that. You understand? It is something that I am in full support of. Zane, speaking from somebody who has advanced level training in environmental science. I have no issue with that. Adding to the fact that I am a teacher of geography, I have seen firsthand, and I know from a theoretical perspective and from a practical standpoint the disastrous effects that plastics and plastic bags has had and continue to have and will continue to have on the environment because of how we treat with our surroundings, because how nasty we are as a people. So it is inconvenient, that is true, but what is a little bit of inconvenience for the greater good of the country and the planet, I have no issue with that. What I have an issue with though is that some persons are given a blight while some persons are prosecuted. There should be uniformity in the dispensation of the law and justice. There should be no fear or favor given to anybody and them something. So, make we see it go. A step in the right direction. I don't know if the fines are deterrent enough. Zane, I don't know. Make we see. Pocket change. Days. Pocket change in a reality. You understand? Cop found guilty of promising murder witness cash for a statement. Double jeopardy. Yes, what I'm going. A St. Catherine policeman was allegedly promised to pay a potential witness I said about $30,000. $30,000 for a statement to be used in a murder probe was convicted of corruption charges on Monday. Detective Constable O'Neill Barrett, who was charged for perverting the course of justice and attempting to solicit money in breach of the Corruption Prevention Act, is to be sentenced in the St. Catherine Parish Court on the 6th of March. The charges against him stemmed from a 2016 murder case, which he was probing at the time. During her summation, presiding senior parish court judge Tara Reed-Carr told the 38-year-old cop that there was strong evidence that showed he had the intention to pervert the course of justice by approaching the potential witness and promising to get $30,000 from family members of the deceased to secure her statement. Well, so I need to get that sample there. I open a copy written in so that our next thing. Among the materials that were tendered as evidence were several WhatsApp messages which were sent by Barrett, which were retrieved by the police cybercrimes unit. Barrett had its bail extended until his sentencing date, and allegations were that in November of 2016, the supposed witness in the murder case had decided not to give a statement to Barrett. The officer, however, reportedly promised cash for the statement. He then approached the family of the murdered individual and demanded $30,000 from them to pay for the witness statement. Wow. The matter was subsequently reported to the police, and following a probe, a ruling from the Director of Public Prosecution was handed down, and Barrett was taken into custody and charged. You understand? So, boy, I don't know. Picardo said it don't sound like corruption. I don't think they charge him for corruption, they charge him for perverting the course of justice. It's not necessarily the same thing as corruption per se. Zine. But Piccolo, whichever way you look on it still, I don't know. That is a precedence that we want to set. I don't know if that is a way that members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force should be operating, because in that, a lot of potential problems can develop in a family. A lot of man can end up a prison innocently, you know, because money is changing, and you know. A lot of guilty people can now walk because money is changing, and you know. So herein lies the problem. So it's not even so much say corruption. The reality is that the cop was perverting the course of justice. You understand? Nicky Flores said, Teach, can you have class a little earlier next time? I'm sleeping. I understand the Empress, but I sleep it kind of take me like. So that's why I kind of have it that time. And Shamoni Thomas, good night, my friend. I normally stream at 8:30, but trust me, I was exhausted this evening. I go sleep, and then I work on one Tesha Miller video, and then I decided to go finish it before I start stream, and then here we are. So my apologies, Empress, if you can wait up. Really and truly appreciate the support for the time that you were here, and hope to see you soon. So if you have to get some rest, just get some rest, man. Don't worry about it. You understand what I say? Yeah. Speaking about something before me forget. On Sunday night, I lamented the fact that the gentleman accused of shooting 24-year-old Chantel White was arrested, and they said the one who don't give the witness statement is perverting justice. I don't know that they're perverting justice, you know, but also Piccolo, I mean, understand the line of reasoning, but a person is also well within their rights not to give a statement either, you know. I know say as somebody who wants law and order to exist, Zane, and justice to be served, that is not the right approach. But I don't know that you not giving a statement is perverting justice. A policeman who promised money for a statement is wrong. You understand? Somebody witnessing a crime and not wanting to share information. There is a lot of debate that we can have about the morality of that. But you have to understand that many persons are not willing to place themselves in mortal danger, especially if the situation is not close to them. You understand? I don't know if me I go really and truly beat somebody for that. A policeman now we promise a witness money for information, then me have a problem with that. You understand? Because it means innocent people can be convicted because money changed hands. It means that guilty people can be acquitted because money changed hands. Me can't support that no way, shape, or form. You understand what I say? It's a dangerous precedent, that family. See, so I understand the reasoning, the line of reasoning, but I don't support it. See? And thing. So, but then Piccolo, then if you catch a man and murder somebody and then you do something to him, then me not an issue with that either still. But the reality is that not happen either. The thing not perfect, Piccolo, but I don't think we can really sit down here and try to justify Zane and rationalize a police officer offering money to a witness for a statement. There's no rationalization or justification for that, my brother. Me can't support that, none at all. So if that is your view, I understand and I respect it, but me not agree with it. Straight up. You understand what I say? Yeah, man. So I put that on record. Zane, big up to the police officers who use hard work, craft, and guile, and the resources, though limited, available to them to investigate and build files and cases and get convictions. It happens. You understand what I say? It happens. Zane, ADR say if me support jungle justice, I have done a video about my views on that. You probably can go watch it. It's called Let's Talk and Jungle Justice. So just type in that. I would have shared all my views and purviews and perspective. Jungle Justice, there are some instances where if it is delivered, you catch somebody in the act. You understand? For example, raping a little girl and him, things happen to him, then me not no issue. But the issue with jungle justice is that sometimes some innocent people get caught up in the thing. Because a man can say him here see that man and then the whole community go kill that man and that man don't even know nothing about it. So there is a situation where there are instances where if it is dispensed, then okay. But the reality is that the jungle justice thing is a dangerous thing. So it may be something that I am conflicted on. You understand? Because I know that in these instances sometimes even the same people that will kill the man in the jungle justice situation are the guilty person. So the guilty person kill the innocent person. You understand what I say? So that jungle justice something here is really and truly a touchy little thing. Because I promise you as I sit here, innocent people have died. Seeing because of anger and rage in different instances and situations. Imagine you just go live in one community and somebody is raped and killed. And because you knew them as saying, you know nobody never dead around here before, and nobody never get raped around here before you come around, and you don't know nothing about it, you know, but because you knew them say I must you. And you know we dark as people at Jamaica, and them come at your yard, come set your house on fire, if you run out, them kill you like. You understand? And them something else. It's rough. A jungle justice thing is a rough little thing. You understand? But as me say, you catch one man all a rape one 80-year-old lady, you know, then anything him get him for take. But say, you know, see him, you understand, you never catch him, you hear say him do it and you go kill him. I not think me in support of that. So if you not catch the person, then you go kill somebody because you hear say, me not support that. So it is something where many persons will have conflicting views and opposing views on it. I know one of them hard and fasting there, sir. Zine. But for me, caught red and dead. But if I hear say I'll kill the man pan, move up. You understand what I say? Move up, sir. But as I said, I would have done a video because I started a series called Let's Talk. And that was, I think, the first or second video I did in that series. A long time, you know, Let's Talk. I talk a lot on a regular, so I can't bother with the Let's Talk thing sometimes, yeah. So I don't bother trouble sometimes. You see? So, I know. On Sunday night, I would have lamented the fact that the individual who was accused of shooting 24-year-old Chantel Wright in Mandeville, Andre Bromfield, I'm not sure if a Bromfield or Broomfield I'm pronouncing name, but you know them something there. Zane was not yet charged after he was detained for some 3-4 days. On Monday, he was officially charged with murder, illegal possession of firearm, illegal possession of ammunition, and them something there. Court date has not yet been set, so we are watching and see. So that is just for editorial purposes. So like a official TV station, right? Yeah, man, him turning himself, you know. Oh, you say if them hang him yet, then just charge him, brother. You understand? So I guess him a go court and him lawyers them I go plead them case and we see what go on. You know that's something they set up already, cause this is Jamaica to Racket. All the series a long time I don't do that, you know. You know, the video they take too long, yeah, man. Me not have a timeline. See? So maybe if I am ever to go YouTube full time, I will resurrect some of those series. Cause them series that did at, you know. You know, like them girl they were at like them series that did at. But we don't know. Me can't keep up. You understand? The work thing and the YouTube thing and more time it a beat me bad. See? So Romario, so are you charge him? Well, alright, Romario, big up yourself. You did say Sunday night, so he will be charged Monday. So he was charged Monday. So big up yourself, brother. Me nah take your glory. You understand? Because I know the story. 2 charge for Olympic weight double murder. And thing. But Ian, you know, so me see a situation where 2 brothers kill one man at one gas station and then get to it, cause them a say if it don't clear like. You see, the court up here is a serious up here. As I normally say, the court of law and the court of public opinion are 2 different things. You know. One simple technicality can acquit the guiltiest of a man. And one single technicality can convict somebody when not as guilty as you think. Rough. You understand what I say? But me understand when you say, yo, if video did they need for years at time, you just lock up man and dust. That's what you key like. Unfortunately, that is not the situation. You see it on them things, cause you know what thing go. The police have charged 2 men for a double murder that was committed on Olympic Way in St. Andrew on the 15th of October. The accused are 24-year-old fisherman Leroy Burrell, also known as Demar Minto, and Caliber, as in 24 caliber. You hear what them call him, man? Them call him man Caliber. You hear what kind of name the man answer to? Then, a man we answer. Man name Caliber, man name Pampas. You don't see what I go on with the name. You don't believe me? Some people don't believe me now. Who is of no fixed address? The man don't live nowhere. He is of no fixed address. Some man name Caliber. When I live nowhere, the man is a roaming Caliber. He is a dangerous Caliber. That, you know. The man has no fixed address. You understand? And 34-year-old Lennox. When I guess Lennox surname there for me now. Otherwise called Skillfoot. Yo, I want pop up. Hey man, yo, so 50 caliber and Skillfoot of Barbados Road, Kingston 11. You understand? They are also charged with conspiracy to murder and illegal possession of firearm. They should be charged for having idiot names. They will need a charge like that. Cause, well, I don't know. According to reports from the Hunts Bay police station, 47-year-old businessman Andrew Clark of Olympic Way and 48-year-old labourer Gilbert Wade of 3rd Street, Kingston 12 were among a group of people on Olympic Way when gunmen fired on them. Clark and Wade were hit and were taken to hospital by the police and were pronounced dead. So following a probe, the police arrested Burrell and yes, Williams. Their court date has not yet been released by the police. Not for release, no court date. And nothing. Them does no release. We need a law. Me I got write up the proposal. We need a law. You understand? To ban certain names. Skillfoot Williams. Yo. No man. I think a Williams name. Yeah, Williams name Skillfoot. Yeah, MC man. Leroy Burrell, who named Demar Mintos, a two full name the man got to know. Him man named Leroy Burrell, and him named Demar Minto, and him named Caliber. You understand? Yeah. Benz driver charged for trying to bribe cops with wads of cash. Indian national 26-year-old Rahul Nawani. Zane, Mr. Williams, I need to teach your family. Boy, brother, I don't know the man them from Adams here, sir. Zane, are you sure you're not the one giving them those names? Yo, Father Frederick Simmons, yo, family, me not so wicked, man, because I know so the name thing, it will affect you, you know. I could have never looked upon a man and give him certain name, family. You understand? But I don't know. So now, Indian national 26-year-old Rahul Nawani was on Wednesday charged with attempted bribery after reportedly offering police officers a significant amount of cash to avoid prosecutions under the Road Traffic Act. According to the police, Nawani was stopped on Dumfries Road in New Kingston at about 5:30 p.m. and checks revealed that the Mercedes-Benz motor car that he was driving was unlicensed, uninsured, and he was without a current certificate of fitness for the vehicle. So you can imagine if the man there. Lick all your vehicle. The police reported that when advised of the situation, Nawani offered the officers all the cash that he had on him and eventually an additional $78,000. In response, he was arrested and his vehicle was seized. He was charged for violations of the Road Traffic Act and is to face the Kingston and St. Andrew Court next Thursday. So, if him have so much cash on him and $78,000, why never go at least get fitness for the vehicle? Yeah? Why I'm never license the vehicle? I get well, him can't license it if you know insure still. If you know insure, it's not insure, if you know insure still. But use the money and try sort out the car, brother. Okay, if you can't find the money for the police, then you not go sort out the thing, brother. Big up to them police officers there. Cause you have good cops, bad cops. Them cops that seem to be good cops. Big up on yourself. It would be nice for an article like this to state not necessarily the names of the police officers, but possibly the division that the police officers operates in. You don't even have to tell me the station. Tell me say the man them come from Kingston Western. I'm say big up to the Kingston Western police. They're a good one them. You understand what I say? I don't know if you highlight good things when good things happen, man. You see, because you know the funny thing? You see them police they take the cash and the report was made to Indicom or the inspectorate of the constabulary and those police officers were arrested. You would have heard 5 policemen from the Kingston Central Police Station in Central Kingston were arrested for corruption. They are to appear in the Kingston Parish Court on Thursday, the 9th of January 2019, where they will face charges of all manner of evil. You understand what I say? So why we can't hear where the man them walk? Sure. Bike robber shot dead by a firearm holder after robbery in St. Andrew. Then you don't see a good news that. Then you see the license firearm holder there. Big up your damn self. Yeah. The police have identified a teenager who reportedly attempted to rob a female in the vicinity. I think I share that story already, you know. Why I think I share this already. I share it again. I like it. The police have identified a teenager who reportedly attempted to rob a female in the vicinity of the Standpipe community in St. Andrew on Saturday and ended up dead. You understand? He has been identified as 19-year-old Kashan Reed. It's not Williams this time. Of Gibraltar Lane. You see the lane thing again. You understand? So you see the lane and the pen. The lane and the pen and the name no answer to. Me probably, you know, I need to write about what that's up there. Because it's a serious thing, you know. Zine, reports are that 2 men on a motorcycle. Two men on a motorcycle, one armed with a gun and the other with a knife, attempted to rob a female in the vicinity of Standpipe when a licensed firearm holder intervened. Big up yourself, daddy. He reportedly engaged the men. Good engagement. Resulting in Reed being shot dead. Zine, the other alleged robber reportedly escaped. Me not love that part of the news. The Matilda's Corner police station, police are investigating. You see, they call him a police name. But then couldn't call him man when they take the money from him. Man. You understand? Auntie, it's good news. Then we like good news. You understand what I say? You see if me a police, bike man tired of me. Because from me here bike I come me a tappy. All of me not see bike me a tappy so. So from you come round so you see me. From you dep on a bike and me, from me just want to hear it. Anywhere that come from, me a tappy. Me a start tappy before I reach. Everybody on the bike I get search. Me say, if me, them wouldn't call me the bike police. Because when me go road, it's bike me go look for. You understand? So if I the pastor ride the bike, me go want to see in Bible. You understand? If it's a teacher ride the bike, me go want to see in lesson plan book. You understand? If it's a doctor ride the bike, me go want check the stethoscope. The stethoscope, that's something there. You understand? Me say me only want to hear the bike. I stop me and stop it from me head. Me don't want to see it, I don't hear me yet. So from her, you see me and stop him. The bike thing is a problem. You don't see? Tamu, it's not a bike do me, you know. Bike not really do me nothing in a family. But here the reality is that many criminals are parading around this country on bikes, committing crimes and making a hasty retreat. Me say, from me hear the bike, me a tap it. Me don't want to see it, you know. You know what me say? It's alright. Yo. Bike man only want to hear some dog they don't come. Cause me a, right now I forget some silent bike. Scooter like. Hand from me seat, me a tap it. To say, all if you not make no noise, me a tap it. You understand? You know how much people have been murdered by men on bikes in this country? You know how many people have been robbed and shot or stabbed and injured by bike men in this country? Me say, me nah say all men who ride bikes are criminal, you know, because you have some beers and you have some male men and you have some good people who ride bike. But say, you have to suffer too, because me only want to hear the bike. You understand? And the one that me can't hear, me only want to see them. You understand? So my squad in the police force, they name the bike squad. You understand? When you're dep on a bike, you're not a problem. Damien Grant, big up yourself and your brother, go on, everything good. We say bicycle there. Yeah, bicycle there not too bad still. Because I say, you can't run that down. You can't run down your bike like in a family. You understand? And then the bike thing, no under no supervision, no regulation. Any man can go buy one bike and police take one bike today, then buy a next bike tomorrow. You have some police yard down at Westmoreland like where bike down there more than police. You understand? Bike down there more than me don't know, grass like. So the bike thing is a look here. You see, things bad in our country on a level, you know. But some things can be dealt with over a period of time and change is created. You understand? You have to be incisive, decisive and consistent. See? It's like a teacher got a class and the teacher realized from early that the class is rough and you're throwing the towels. What you think I got him? That class will kill you. Then me not ready for dead like. So I can't make no class with me. Not me, you know, cause me kind of different like it, cause me got my class of business me go for, you know. Then me in foolishness. You understand me? I say, but me know see some teachers where a class I win them. Then if you don't try fix it, it now go happen the next class, you know. But you realize what the troublemakers, you isolate them, you deal with them one by one and you broke them down. And eventually everything. You understand? Or the one person who try to make your thing lily down, you page them early. You send a message. Every guy know what the situation is. You can't sit down every day and you know so the bike is a problem. What we have to do to deal with the bike thing? You understand? But I don't know. Shopkeepers in their 50s killed execution style in St. Andrew. You understand? The bodies of two people, a man and a woman, both in their 50s, were found with gunshot wounds in a section of St. Andrew, of the St. Andrew South Police Division on Tuesday. So me tell them, say, if the news is bad, you hear which police division. But when the news is good, you know, here is which police division. The media need to play a more active role in disseminating positivity too. You need to behave. You need to do better, man. You understand? You always full of the details when the situation is bad. But when I look up positivity, we barely find the details. When people head get chopped out and shot out, you have pictures. And when somebody saves somebody, you don't have no picture. Then me understand. The deceased have been identified as 57-year-old Valda Ellis, otherwise called Valerie, of Ricketts Crescent in St. Andrew, and Robert Gordon, 54, of the same community. Both deceased persons operated a shop in the community. Sources said the two were found with their hands and feet bound and gunshot wounds to the heads. Reports are that early Tuesday morning, the bodies were discovered by persons in the community. The incident has since triggered shock and anger among community members. So police from the Hunts Bay station are investigating the incident. And a state of emergency is currently in effect in the St. Andrew South Police Division. KD Vybz, how go on, mommy? $57-year-old, 54-year-old. You want someone like them? I don't know if I two separate shops. I don't know if I the same shop. The article gonna specify that I don't know if they were together as a couple. I don't know. Their hands and feet were bound and they were shot in the head. Execution style. 6 shots. 1 fatally in drive-by off Walton Park Road in St. Andrew. May I pray South St. Andrew that again, you know? A woman is now dead and 5 other persons, including a 1-year-old baby, have been left nursing injuries following a drive-by shooting that was carried out by a gunman on Bowen's Lane, here again, Lane, off Walton Park Road in St. Andrew on Thursday. The deceased has been identified as Nefertiti Roach, otherwise called Nancy, a resident of Coburn Gardens in Kingston. Nefertiti. I like the Egyptian queen line. Reports are that about 5:30 p.m. on Thursday, a group of persons were standing in a section of the mentioned community. 5:30 p.m. in a peeps. Like a day like that said, you know, I know night I come quick now because a winter winner. But say 5:30 you still can't see everybody and nobody can hide it. Reports are that about 5:30 p.m. on Thursday, a group of persons were standing in a section of the mentioned community when men in a motor vehicle drove up and opened fire on the group of bystanders. The men then sped off from the scene. The police were called and 6 people were found suffering from gunshot wounds. They were rushed to a hospital where the female died while undergoing treatment. The other 5 persons were admitted for treatment. A state of emergency has been in place in St. Andrew South Police Division where Bowen's Lane is located. And last year around the same time, 4 persons were shot, 1 fatally in an attack that was carried out by a gunman in the area. A teenager was killed in that incident and was identified as 14-year-old Shani Clark of Linders Road in St. Andrew. So it's come like it's an anniversary setting. Go summer, brother, where I did family, everything good. I know I work off your way, so I hardly see the one from time to time, but big up yourself, and I'm glad you find some time for lock in and clock in, you know. You understand? And keep on putting in the work, you know. I appreciate the ones them without even loading up the thing, you know what I mean? Big up yourself. 3 shot dead within 24 hours in Clarendon. I wonder if you now count and follow what I go on. 2 men were shot dead in Maypen, Clarendon during an early morning attack by a gunman on Monday. The deceased have been identified as Craig Smith, 41-year-old of Chateau District in Clarendon, and Bonito Williams, O.C. Bonnie, a 61-year-old man who hails from St. Elizabeth. The murders bring to 3 the number of persons killed in the parish in 24 hours at a time, and to a total of 4 the number of persons killed in the parish since the start of the year, according to police sources. Reports are that about 5:42 a.m., residents heard explosions in a section of the Birdshill community and alerted the police. So a team of investigators later arrived, and during a search, the bodies of 2 men were found. A team of investigators later arrived, and during a search, the bodies of the 2 men were found. Officers would have processed the location. So in another incident on Sunday, another man was shot dead by a gunman in Hayes, in the Hayes section of the parish. The victim in that attack has been identified as Stefano Frank, otherwise called Yellow, a 35-year-old machine operator. Reports are that about 7:15 p.m., Frank was standing outside his gate in Newton Phase 2, Hayes in Clarendon, when gunmen aboard a motor car drove up and opened fire, hitting him several times. The men then fled the scene. Frank was taken to hospital by police, where he was pronounced dead. The police said there's no indication that the 2 incidents were linked. Yes, them linked. 2 murders. Then one more link than that you want. And a gun shoot do the killing. Then no more link that. And a Clarendon happen. Then the whole of the be a linking. And a foolishness. Then one more bigger link. Yo. I know yeah, man. 2 men shot dead. Woman injured in the corporate area. Three persons were shot, 2 fatally by a gunman in 2 separate incidents in the corporate area on Wednesday. The deceased have been identified as 23-year-old David Green, a taxi operator of Mullines Road in St. Andrew, and 44-year-old Lyndon Bernard of 7 Miles in Bull Bay, St. Andrew. In the first incident, Bernard was shot by a gunman on Mountain View Avenue. Reports from the police are that about 7:25 a.m., residents heard explosions and went to investigate. They found Bernard suffering from gunshot wounds. The police were alerted and Bernard was taken to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. Hours later, Green and a woman were shot along Red Hills Road, also in St. Andrew. Reports are that about 8:40 p.m., a group of persons were standing along the roadway when a car drove up, from which men jumped out and opened gunfire at bystanders. Green and the woman were hit and taken to hospital where Green was pronounced dead, while the woman was admitted in stable condition. Police investigators have since launched probes into both shootings. Gregory Park shooting leaves man dead, other hospitalized. The police are probing the killing of a man and the injuring of another in Gregory Park, Portmore, St. Catherine on Monday. The deceased has been identified as Richard Williams of Gregory Park. Reports are that about 8:30 p.m., Williams and another man were in the community when two vehicles reportedly drove up. Men alighted from the vehicles and shot both men before escaping. The injured men were taken to hospital where Williams died and the other man was admitted in serious condition. Decomposing body found in St. Thomas. So the decomposing body of a man was found in a swamp along Blue Mahawk Close in Prospect, St. Thomas on Tuesday morning. It is believed to be that of 27-year-old laborer of a Prospect village who went missing on Christmas Day. So the police are investigating and are to have DNA testing done to identify the deceased. According to the police, about 8 a.m. on Tuesday, a resident of the area found a decomposing body in the swamp, which the police said is approximately 200 yards from the main road. The police said the body was unrecognizable, but relatives of the missing man said the red sweater and dark-colored pants the body was found in belonged to him. Westmoreland businessman gunned down at his home. The Westmoreland police have now deployed a strong detachment of officers in and around the relatively quiet community of White House in an aim to apprehend a group of gunmen responsible for the robbery and murder of a popular service station operator in the area on Wednesday night. The deceased has been identified as 54-year-old Sean Thompson, who operates the White House service station in White House. A group of taxi operators who were seen congregated outside the service station expressed shock that anyone would attack, let alone kill Thompson. They described Thompson as a very kind individual who always looked out for them, including selling them gas even when they did not have the full amount. Reports by the White House police are that shortly after 10 p.m., Thompson had just closed up his business and went home in the upscale housing scheme of South Sea Park. He reportedly drove into his yard, parked his vehicle and went to his house, but came back outside to close the gates. He was then pounced upon by armed men who held him at gunpoint and robbed him of cash, before shooting him in his upper body and escaping from the area. The police were summoned and Thompson was transported to the Savannah Lamar Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Commanding officer in charge of Westmoreland, Superintendent Robert Gordon, said that the police are now in the early stages of the investigation, but so far they have strong reasons to believe that the motive behind the killing was robbery. I myself have visited the home of the deceased and lent my sympathies to the family in their time of grief. I have also assured them that we will be doing everything in our power to bring those responsible to justice, Gordon said. He also noted that the White House Police Division had not recorded a murder or any form of shooting during 2019, and he would now have to ensure the peace continued. Thompson is the third person to be murdered in Westmoreland since the start of the year. So the foolishness are going on yard, and believe me, it are going abroad where Jamaicans are located, because we just love the foolishness. So if we're there yard, we involve. If we're overseas, we involve. Promoter charged for murders of St. James men in Florida. A week after 2 Jamaican men were shot dead at a nightclub in Orlando, Florida in the United States, investigators have charged a man in connection with the killings. The accused, 33-year-old promoter Handel Newell, otherwise called Indian, has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder according to the Orange County Sheriff's Office in Florida. The deceased are 39-year-old Joseph J. Brady, a DJ and promoter of Montego Bay in St. James and Orlando, and Marlon Thomas alias Checker, also from St. James. It was reported that on the 1st of January about 4:30 a.m., both men were leaving the VIP section of the Spot Events nightclub in Orlando when they were attacked and shot multiple times before the lone attacker fled the scene. Both men were later pronounced dead at hospital. I have actually received video clips of not the shooting per se, but the aftermath of the shooting, where both men were laying in pools of blood and persons were crying and all sort of things and so. Following a probe, Newell was arrested and subsequently charged. He remains in police custody without bail. And may I say something about that bail, something in a few, because I kind of realize a little thing what I need to point out. Investigators suspect that the killings stemmed from a dispute between Newell and Brody at the same club 4 months before. Newell was then kicked out of the club and, while enraged, reportedly fired shots in the parking lot. No one was injured in the incident. So I guess in go back, go finish off what was started. Jamaicans. As I was saying just now, normally in Jamaica, no matter how severe the crime may be, the possibility is always there that when you are brought to court and your lawyers file a bail application, there is a very high possibility that you will be granted bail. This fellow has been denied bail. Miller 9 was not even placed in a position where bail was offered. Do you realize that a part of the reason why some countries are dealing with crime and criminals better than us is because of the approach that we take? Many men know that they will be granted bail because they have the right lawyers and they have the money to pay the lawyers. In some countries, once you're arrested for murder, you're kind of dark and you're not getting no bail. While in Jamaica, you murder 6 and you got court, your high-powered attorney, big name attorney, big word attorney, file for bail, and you're granted bail. Then you go back out there and kill the people, them will see you kill the people, them. And if more people see you kill them, the people, they're dead. And then whosoever see when the next people, them dead too. And then if you hear say somebody did see you, but you never see them dead too. You know, so we not no sense. I saw Romario said something earlier that I should purchase stocks in funeral homes. If only they were trading, sir. What am I wrong with Romario? I saw a cartoon, I think, in the Observer recently where the caption was Bullet Funeral Home. And Bullet, the man who run the funeral home, was actually expanding his business. So he was opening another outlet. He said 2019 was great for the Bullet Funeral Home. And so he has opened four new outlets. Business is good. And I saw under the comment on Twitter, they say, when will this stock be listed? And what will it be trading for? I need to purchase some stocks in the Bullet Funeral Home. And yeah, you didn't say you have to take bad things but joke. I promise you, should a funeral home ever be listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, I doubt that will ever happen though. You can't lose. We said this when I stock report on the stream, you know when I'm going to do the stock report on a Sunday evening, I think there's something that I need to speak about come Sunday, so I'm going to go watch and see what I go on. See it? And something. I know you want me to create a particular slot on the stream for that still in a days. I'm probably going to look into that still. You know, we add things and organize yourself and reorganize yourself as we go along. But thanks for continuing to push that, bro. See, I can't even tell. I don't remember checking my stock portfolio since week. Show you how much I have been swamped at work. And with work when I come home on the channel. I hope I not lose the money still. Suge Knight killed someone, however, he was... Yeah, but Romario, we never said nobody not get bail. We never said nobody not get bail in certain jurisdictions. You know, we have said, generally speaking, bail is not offered to many people. But in Jamaica, chances are you're going to get bail. So we never say nobody not get bail in America. That's not what I said. I said if you notice that in many instances, some of these men are not granted bail. While in Jamaica, he, she, and the old lady from you apply for bail, you get it generally. You understand? No matter what you do. See, so I never said nobody not get bail, brother. I said if I have been realizing a trend recently where some men are not being granted bail. While in Jamaica, if those men would have committed the same offenses, in Jamaica, I promise you that their attorneys would have gotten bail for them. Rhyme Nation, big up yourself and your family. What go on? What do you want me to do first? Alright, so I'm going to start with this and I'm move into. I mean, enough people want to hear Tesha Miller situation. You know? And peeps, I soon come to that. I hope I done stream by 11:30 because I know I start late, but I'm tired too. You understand? I need to get some rest. I need to charge my gear them. I think I have an interview tomorrow, so my boy plays. So let's see how that go to. You understand? Tension swells in the PNP as Crawford and senior members threaten to resign after party leader reappoints Dayton Campbell. Why? There's uncertainty over whether PNP Vice President and Opposition Senator Damian Crawford has resigned from the shadow cabinet. He not resigned still. The PNP General Secretary Julian Robinson is declining to comment on word circulating in the party that Crawford has resigned from the Peter Philip-led shadow cabinet. It is understood that Crawford is displeased at the move by PNP President Dr. Peter Phillips to reappoint Dr. Dayton Campbell to the shadow cabinet. When contacted, Zenan asked to comment on the word that Crawford had resigned from the shadow cabinet. Mr. Robinson referred the journalists to Crawford himself. The PNP Gensec said he would not comment on the issue because he has not seen anything formal from Crawford. When contacted, Crawford declined to confirm or deny that he had resigned. The PNP Vice President and Opposition Senator, when asked if he had resigned, responded, "Have I?" When pressed if he had, he said That is my comment. PNP sources say members of the party hierarchy are reaching out to Crawford and one other member of the shadow cabinet who is also upset over the reappointment of Campbell. It is understood that efforts are being made to dissuade both from quitting the shadow cabinet and set back the push to reunite the PNP following last year's divisive leadership election. Campbell angered several members of the party last year when he managed Peter Bunting's leadership challenge against Peter Phillips and made a number of stinging criticism of the PNP president and several senior party members who supported the leader. You understand? Now, Crawford has since denied that he had threatened to resign. I'm going to share it for sure. Say, the politics thing. Politics time again. Silly season is coming up. An election is due next year. I am of the sneaky suspicion that the election will be called early. And my calculations, I could be wrong, that the election will be called in the the final quarter of this year. So that would be between October to December. Let's see. I have not gotten any of my election calls wrong since I have been on the channel, You understand? I tell you, say, out of St. Mary, Green are going to win. I tell you, say, Vows are going to win out, so. You understand? I tell you, say, Peter Phillips are going to win. Yeah, we don't get it wrong yet. And we're not expert, we just analyze the thing on a little level. Like what Killer say, you know what I mean? Speaking about the PNP, you see peeps, one look at thing come a road. Like, I'm gonna need to share. Oh, come never do no picture with that brother there. Bad star. But me have him picture so much still, so I have to go find it. But I don't know if it go fit the screen, Zane? Oh, come never do that. Teach. See, I know it now got cover a screen, but me have to show you. This brother here, his name Kevin Phillips. He would have been recognized as one of the founding members of the PNP Young Professional Organization, the Patriots. And he was shot and killed along because a post-mortem was done, I think, on Tuesday or Wednesday, and it was confirmed that he died from gunshot wounds. See? I don't really like how picture don't make it thing professional still, but we have to go and work with it. You understand? However, since his death, the police have revealed information suggesting that he may have been involved in illegal activities. And assumptions are being made that he may have lost his life because of his involvement in such. Yes, Miss Well kept. You kept the information well. Blessings, my friend. Yeah, man. We know the dynamics, man. I mean, I say, based on my assessment, I think that we may be in for a slightly earlier election than 2021, but I could be wrong. All right. I'm going to read a little thing. Slain PNP Patriot member. I would have done a video. Well, I did a video on this earlier in the week. Kevin Brown was involved in a passport and visa racket, says the police. Now, according to reports, the police have reason to believe that Kevin Brown, the Justice of the Peace, and the founding member of the People's National Party's young professional arm, the Patriots, who was killed along Chesterfield Drive in St. Andrew on the 11th of December, was involved in a passport and visa racket. Head of the St. Andrew South Police Division, Superintendent Wayne Cameron, said 50 passports were found in Mr. Brown's possession. Mr. Brown, a peaker. He wants persons who have given passports to Mr. Brown to report to the Hunts Bay Criminal Investigations Branch. He said statements have already been collected from two persons whose passports were found in Mr. Brown's possession. Brown, who was 44 years old at the time of his death, hailed from the McIntyre Villa community in St. Andrew and was also an employee in the Ministry of Energy. No. Many persons will tell you that they are not surprised that somebody who is of a political affiliation is involved in something like this. See? But I am a little bit concerned about some of the comments under the video. So matter of fact, I'm going to draw for the video and highlight a few little things. And I understand that people are free to express their views on any video on the channel, but I have a few little concerns. And them something. I think I am within my right as well to share my concerns, even though you're free to share your comments. That's not a problem. You understand? I'm just telling you that I have a few concerns about a few little things. You see? So I can find some comments. Alright. Here is one comment. So the man is now dead and now we have all this dirt on him. This is so wrong every way. He was killed because of political issues, not the alleged passport thing. Let the dead man rest in peace. So one comment. Second comment. Me not believe a passport them kill him over. Alright. Next one. Only if you go easy. Poor people always need a visa link. Don't judge. A police responsible for this crime. Well, I know. That's so much comment I can't even find out. There was a particular comment where kind of threw me under the bus, so I can't find it. Okay, so this man did help poor people get linked to visa. But this is such a bad thing, right? Shake my head. Foolishness. This is just go to find the culprit them and look at other politicians as well. Don't believe this one. Why this passport news just coming out? I have reasons to doubt the police report. I smell politics. My first question is, why are they just revealing this now? Secondly, what has this got to do with anything? Is this why he was murdered? The man is dead. Murdered. Tell the police to go and find the murderers. This is not helpful. No, with comments like these, I have become a very concerned citizen. In that, I don't know this man. Never met him. Never had wished to meet him either. You understand? That's the reality of it. I don't know his background and whatever. See, one person said, irrespective of the allegations, Mr. Brown was a good man. I can't say he or nay. See? No. And you know the funniest thing? Some of those same persons who made some of these comments are persons who I keep seeing on the channel speaking about the things that are wrong with the country and how the government this and the government now do that and them. Something there. So, we are okay with the law being broken in some instances, but then we are against it in other instances. I am confused. I am trying to figure out what we really want as a people. Because if you are suggesting to me that it is okay to be involved in fraud because he are trying to help poor people, when in reality is himself he might try to help if he is guilty, him not try to help no poor people. I himself he might help. Is he giving the money when him collect to poor people? If he was collecting money. Because we have to operate on the premise that a man is innocent until proven guilty. But then we can't prove him because you know what I think. We ought to be consistent in our cries. We ought to remember the things that we would have said in the past. See? And as I tell people, I may not reply to many comments anymore. I just not have the time, in all honesty. Zine. But I often see the comments. And my memory is very, very good. So I will remember that you say X at X time about X thing. And I will remember that you are now saying Y about Y thing. Many people don't realize that. See? So you can be somebody who come a ball for justice and truths and rights every day. Then you'll come and try to defend somebody who is alleged to be criminally involved because he might help poor people. Is he really helping poor people? Do politicians really help poor people? And I now say he was killed because of this alleged involvement in visa passport. What am I do with 50 passport? Him work up a pika. So the crime can be wrong today and right tomorrow based on who is involved. When you get in the priorities straight, it's either you are for justice and the betterment of the country or you are for crime and criminality. You can't be both. How can you be chastising criminals today and defending criminals tomorrow? Then me not understand it. Why you not bother want the country for better today? You did want it better yesterday, so what happened to today? Why? Because this man may be aligned to a particular political party, so everything alright? And if he was aligned to the other political party, people would probably say the same thing. So because he's a member of my party, it is okay. Then you see the problem we're facing in the country. Everything we ascribe and align politics to. We are ascribe and align politics to politics. So it's like you tell me say your neighbor son thief something, say I'm a criminal. But you thiefy, but it's just a mistake he make. He ain't mean for thief. Him a thief. Just like your neighbor pick me a thief, you pick me a thief too. What? You have different levels of thievery. Oh, he's a class 1 thief. But my son is him not reach one yet. Him is dep on a difference. Him a thief. We need to decide what we want as a people. You understand? Sometimes I sit down and I see some comments, man. I'm just have a shake me and I laugh, Big man together. Me I say, people, boy, me don't know still. And then you see these people parading as seekers of justice on another video. And then a member say, teach them to see. So them comment there so. Upon the video, that crap there. But because I not really follow people still. And people are free to express their views. But be consistent. The teacher is observing the class. I may not be marking all the books, but me I pre the class. You understand? Well, I tell you. Jen McKell. Blessings in the family. When as I'm speaking, I appreciate the support and the kind words. You know what I mean? But I don't know though. So, the police them shouldn't bring it up because he's dead. The police them shouldn't bring it up because he's politically aligned, and from the police them bring it up, it means they are agents of the government. Then, what we really want? Tessa Miller sentenced to 38 years and 9 months. Actually, Tessa Miller was sentenced to 40 years and 3 months. So I know some people might not understand that. Xavier say if you can go use the restroom. Yes, sir. Zane? Me a drop word for everybody who I do things where me think don't make no sense, brother. So probably if you fall into that, then take 2 words. You understand? Zane? So again, Tessa Miller was sentenced to a total of 40 years and 3 months. However, based on some deductions and subtractions and time served, he will now be serving and the sentence running concurrently, serving 38 years and 9 months. I would have done 2 videos. I know and everybody get to watch the videos they made. So we're gonna talk a little about the 2 scripts plus there's another video I'm gonna do a morning. I think I do the voiceover before I go sleep today, so I'm gonna do it a morning too. So I can look out for that one there. And peeps, you know my channel already. Zine? The only time I share my personal opinion on these issues is during my stream. Yeah? In a video, it is not for me to color any information. It is not for me to impose my views on the listeners or viewers. It is simply for me to disseminate information that I believe to be credible, accurate, Zine, and something that I think my viewers are interested in. You understand? As I said, you have channels out there who present the information in another way. That is fine. I mean, you have people who are into that. You understand? And perhaps or perhaps not, my channel would have grown some more if I had continued doing that type of video. But I don't think that I want to do that anymore. I am interested in the facts. Not giving you my opinion. If you want my opinion, you're coming at the stream. Zine, a video is to share the information that is out there in a most concise, precise, and accurate way as possible. That not work for everybody. That is fine. Zine, but that is just me. You understand? And I know that I lose views because of my approach. That is fine. Zine, I would have decided what I want for my channel and I would have pursued that. You understand? Like you look at my stream, no whole heap of nothing up on my screen. My screen clean. That is me. That's just my personality. I like simple and clean, while some people like a million things on them screen. That is not me. So different people do things differently. And I am saying this to say that look, if you are not appreciative of the work that I do, don't come on the channel. So don't come over here, come complain. You understand? If you come and you watch a few videos and you don't like it, just leave, no man. The channel was here before you came, and the channel will be here after you leave. So, if it does not work for you, don't come. So what it makes sense to come, you don't like it, and you stay and you complain. Not come. The channel will not stagnate because you left. Then you have some people who the least they could think, this is why I will subscribe. Then this is why I will unsubscribe. Teach will have a bed to sleep in tomorrow. He will still have a studio to do videos. And he will still have people to watch the video. I never tie you up and say subscribe to my channel. I never hold a gun at your head and say subscribe to my channel. That's a choice you made. And you are free to unsubscribe anytime. For whatever reason, I will lose no sleep over it. I have lost over 20,000 subscribers since I started this channel. You don't see me sit down and cry about it. So if it don't work for you, don't come. Why would you put yourself in a position to be complaining about something day in, day out, and nobody brought you here? Come on, man. It's simpler than that. Yo. I tell a star. If your reasoning ability is not up to a particular level, you're not gonna survive over here. So not come. You understand? And the people them were there here day in day out. Many times them disagree with me. Many times me disagree with them, but we're still there here. You understand what I say? So when you tell me say you got unsubscribe, it don't mean nothing to me. You understand? Right. Because the reality is that if you were to get P and the number of subscribers you have, then it would be different. The reality is that of all the people who are subscribed to the channel, about 25% of them have turned on the notification, so when I upload them get the video. So subscription don't mean as much as I think. My channel is a recommendation channel. So YouTube recommend the videos. My channel is not a search channel. So you don't have to search your video for your video do well on my channel. YouTube have been recommending it because people enjoy it. So don't come like, oh, when you unsubscribe, teach them world will collapse. I am a geography teacher, man. I know the world work. Trivia and Spike, big up yourself and a brother. I appreciate the support. So I can move on and know peeps. Because night I come. Sometimes I have to just make people know what time it is. Because some people might feel like, say, because I'm on YouTube, you can approach a thing certain way. Don't do that something there. Well, you can probably try that with other people, but not try that with me. Me not play that. You understand what I say? Yo. Alright. Tessa Miller, 38 years, 9 months. Move on. The man who the prosecution main witness testified is the boss of the Spanish Town-based Klansman gang, Tessa Miller, has been sentenced to 38 years and 9 months in prison for ordering the June 27, 2008 murder of the then JUTC chairman Douglas Chambers. I know that some people have the view that Tessa Miller would have walked. Here we are. Some persons have the view that the justice system are potty shop and not now come out of it. Here we are. Some people, even after the conviction, are going to say, he might go appeal and he might go bust the case. So it don't make a difference. Yes, it makes a difference. It means that until they appeal, Tessa Miller is incarcerated. That is what it means. So even if he appeal, he might spend some time at jail. He has been in prison for about 15 months already. And the appeal now going to happen overnight. Zine, and the ruling now going to hand down immediately. So whichever way you take it, Tessa Miller is serving some time. People now stop and say, okay. Yes, he might appeal, and in the past he has appealed and he has won. So that might be a possibility. Nobody is... I don't remember seeing anybody saying, well done to the office of the DPP. But if Tesha did walk, the DPP's office would be getting beaten left, right, and center. We need to be a little bit more fair in our discourse. My personal view that. I know people now gonna appreciate that, but the reality that. Presiding Judge Justice Georgiana Fraser handed down the ruling moments after 4 p.m. on Thursday, the 9th of January in the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston. Tessa Miller has been sentenced for 2 counts of accessory to murder before and after the fact. So he was sentenced for accessory before the fact and accessory after the fact. Both of them come with different time. We'll soon get into that. He was sentenced to 38 years and 9 months on the first count and 18 months on the second count. And the sentences will run concurrently. Somebody had asked, Miss Jenny V. Gale, good night, my friend. Blessings, my friend. On the video to explain what the sentences running currently means. And I would have responded to the message. If you are sentenced for 2 different things, and the judge says that the sentences will run concurrently, it means you are serving both sentences at the same time. If the sentences are to run consecutively, it means you have to serve one, and when that done, you serve the other one. So concurrently, same time. Consecutively, one after the other. I hope that help. You understand? I teach. See? So, you see, as a teacher, you have learned to not take things for granted, because some things that we know I know everybody know, you understand? So you have to do the teacher thing like. Now, the 40-year-old, well, some sources that said my 38, someone said, he was born on the 6th of August, Independence Day to boot, 1980. So, him about 39, 40, somewhere there about for sure. Yeah, I think him at 39, him then be 40 this year, though. Was found guilty of having ordered the murder of Douglas Chambers, the then JUTC chairman, on the 3rd. Well, the order was executed on the 27th of June 2008. But he was found guilty on the 3rd of December last year. And he was found guilty by a 7-member jury. However, Miller's attorney told the presiding judge, well, before we reach here, so, Miller arrived in the Home Circuit Court in downtown Kingston about 8:30 a.m. amidst heavy security presence. You know, the SWAT team was out. Zane. At which time the prosecutor told the court that the social inquiry report was ready. I will give you a greater breakdown of the social inquiry report in a few. Just hold on. Zane, bless up to the people that want to watch the stream. However, Miller's attorney, Bert Samuels, had told the presiding judge that he had not had time to fully review the report, as he had only received it 8 minutes past 10 yesterday morning. I remember court start 10:30, so that is not enough time for true. So Samuels made a good point. Samuels indicated that he needed an additional 30 minutes to review the report, and the judge allowed the half-hour delay in the sentencing proceedings. Samuels also later told the court that 2 character witnesses for Miller were unable to make it to court until 3 p.m. As a matter of fact, it's only one of them actually took the stand. The other one, I don't know if they did not turn up or they decide not to bother give them testimony. The report revealed, before we get this up, we're on the thing. He then suggested that the first part of the mitigation hearing go ahead as scheduled and that the witnesses be facilitated later, to which the judge agreed. I don't see nothing wrong with that either. The report revealed that Miller was born on the 6th of August, 1980. According to the report, Miller spent 5 years at the Spanish Town High School, but left with no CXC passes. I mean, that not really determine your future, because I know people where not get no subject at school and them earn more money than me right now. You understand me? I say something really wrong with that, in a legal way, that is. The report says Miller became a welding apprentice shortly after he left high school. He is also the father of 5 children. Now, during the sentencing hearing, Samuels urged the judge to sentence Miller to the minimum 15 years, stipulated for the offense of accessory before the fact of murder, under the Criminal Justice Suppression Act. However, presiding Judge Georgiana Fraser told the court that Miller was deserving of a custodial sentence and is yet to show the capacity for reform. Justice Fraser, in handing down her sentence, said the offender's capacity for reform must start with admitting wrongdoing. However, Miller has insisted that he is innocent. She says, despite the glowing social inquiry report from the defense, certain aspects have given her disquiet. As I said, I will give you some more detail on the social inquiry report. And I will also tell you some of the things that Bert Samuels had to say versus some of the things that Paula Llewellyn had to say. So that is coming up soon. See? So now, the judge noted inconsistencies such as information provided as to his place of residence. Lawyers for the defense also styled Miller as a family man. I am a family man working for my children. I am a family man. I don't embarrass that song. A man is a family man. Zine, lawyers for the defense also styled Miller as a family man. Yet, none of his children were interviewed. As a result, she viewed the inquiry with mixed feelings. Judge Fraser also noted the described role played by the offender is similar to that of a puppet master. That is the title for the video that I did earlier. And the use of guns for murder in our society being far too prevalent. The judge says due to the lack of direct sentencing guidelines for the offenses, instead of imposing a life sentence, she would instead impose a fixed one. This means Miller must serve the 38 years in their entirety and will leave prison when he is 77 years old, failing being victorious in an appeal, that is. So that was the details of the video that I uploaded Last night. So you know, normally when you are convicted, you are eligible for parole. You realize that no mention of eligibility for parole was mentioned in this sentencing. So it means that the 38 years and 9 months will have to be served in their entirety unless you hear say he was released early for good behavior or something. I don't know. You understand? So that is a minute part of the detail of the information that some people might have missed. So, you know, we teach them. Tessa Miller is a puppet master, says Judge. That is the video that I did earlier. You can watch it. I need the views. Or comment on it and like it. And share it like. Justice Georgiana Fraser described Tessa Miller as the master who pulled the strings of his puppets, as she sentenced him to a total of 40 years and 3 months. Remember I told you that earlier. That was the total number of years that he got. But based on some subtractions and things. I'm going to explain that to you in a few. Hold on, don't move. See it? If you're here for the first time, welcome to the channel. Really and truly appreciate your really and truly appreciate your support. Hopefully you find the information helpful and the vibe right and the family welcoming, and you become a permanent member of the family by subscribing. And when you subscribe, you must also say I want to receive all notification from teachers. So every time I upload a video, you get a notification, or you should get a notification. Miss Patsy Brown. Yes, teach, the paralegal. What was 77 grandpa? He cannot be reformed again. You understand? Miss Patsy Brown said me a paralegal. Now, TR Nayeri X, hope I pronounce that correctly, my friend. Blessings. And for the persons who have been here from the devil was a boy till him turn big man and mash up a like, big up on yourself. I appreciate the support. For the people that did go away and come back, welcome back. You understand? Yeah, man. Substance over I. Now, so the judge said that he was the master who pulled the strings of his puppets, and she sentenced him to a total of 40 years and 3 months. Tesha Miller did not finish the work that I employ him to make my grill gate. So how can I get back my money? You know what? Let me move on. And 3 months for orchestrating the June 27, 2008 murder of Douglas Chambers. Now listen to this now. At the same time, Justice Fraser said one of the aggravating factors that led to the sentence was the attempt to conceal the murder by the use of diversion tactic. Prior to the handing down of the sentence in the Home Circuit Court, minutes after 4 p.m. on Thursday, the prosecutor told the judge that although Miller was not charged under the Criminal Justice Act, which is the Suppression of Criminal Organizations Act, which is the Anti-Gang Legislations Act in reality, the court should be mindful that he was the leader of the Klansman gang when he gave the instruction to kill Chambers. That statement is an interesting statement. Listen. Remember, Miller currently has a case in front of the court where they sued TVJ because they referred to him as the leader of the Klansman gang. No, TVJ did not back down. TVJ has proceeded with the legal ramblings and wranglings. Do you notice how many times it was mentioned in this trial that Tesha Miller is the leader of the Klansman gang? By the witness and by the prosecutors and by the judge. So it means that the lawyers representing TVJ would have been paying close attention to this trial, and I'm sure they may also be requesting the transcript from this trial for their proceedings. Watch and learn. I kind of develop a local legal thing about me, you know, see what I go on. You know, you do that something every day, you know, you learn a few things like. It probably was my calling, but they couldn't send me to school. And probably me go on. I don't know. You see I go. Yeah, son. But a lot of things, I don't know. Immorality part of it. Cause no. Unless you're going to environmental law or one of them type of law then. Sports or something. I don't know. You understand? Watch me now. I'm not sure about a village lawyer part. A village lawyer thing kind of have a negative connotation to it. I don't love it. I don't like it. No. You understand? Me sound like Bobby Saxon and Twins look well. The prosecution also asked the judge to bear in mind that members of the gang had been instructed to create a distraction by firing shots after Chambers was killed. Justice Frazier reminded the court that her duty is to arrive at a just sentence, one that fits the crime as well as the nature and seriousness of the offense. Frazier, while noting that she was guided by case law, the statute, and the sentencing guidelines, stated that a non-custodial sentence was not appropriate and that the crime was a common law offense. That me need to do some research about for understand when them certain little terms like, you understand? Face shiny though. You see it? Alright. Definitely performing a balancing act to weigh the aggravating and mitigating factors. Justice Frazier said she took into consideration the fact that a diversion plan was created and the shooter was sent out of the island to Cayman after Chambers had been killed. In addition, Justice Frazier said the killing was premeditated. Last November, the key witness in the case testified that he was at a meeting on Studio Lane in Spanish Town when Miller created the diversion plan. Another consideration was the fact that violence was involved. At the same time, Frazier said the mitigating factors presented to the court by Miller's lead attorney, Bert Samuels, are on the flip side of the aggravating factors. Noting that Miller has maintained his innocence, Frazier said reform must commence with an acknowledgement. Dissecting the social inquiry report presented to the court, Frazier said she felt disquieted by certain things, some of which were conflicting, including that she can't say from the report where Miller resided. She said family members indicated that the address the father of five gave was not so. During the morning session when the matter was called up, Samuels asked one of the probation officers who filed the social inquiry report why Miller's children had not been interviewed. The probation officer replied, "Melas, yeah, that they were minors and some of them were out of the jurisdiction." The sole character witness, who took the stand minutes after 3 p.m., testified that she knew Miller for 16 years and that he was a good father who cared for his family. She also testified that she had seen Miller with his children and he had even dropped them off at her church. However, Justice Frazier pointed out that the social inquiry report stated that only one of Miller's children lives in Jamaica. Noting that she regards the report with mixed feelings, Justice Frazier pointed out that Miller's mother said he had never resided with her in Old Harbour. Reading excerpts from a community report made to the court, the judge said none of the individuals who attributed their educational attainments to Miller's kindness were able to speak to the source of his income. So apparently, the social worker who would have done the social inquiry would have spoken to members of the community, I am assuming De La Vega City, who stated that Romario, not Romario, that Tesha, I think Romario could just come up, that that Tesha, see? I understand and I miss well kept. You understand? Take care, get some rest. Good night, Empress. Appreciate the support. That Miller would have contributed to their education. But the judge said that in none of the instances when those persons were interviewed, did they state where Miller got the money from to assist them. You understand? She went further to say that the report pointed out that Miller was feared and would split justice in the community. However, the judge said she was concerned, given the fact that he was not a justice of the peace, pastor, or a counselor. Another concern she raised was how sincere the community residents were when they said he is a good man. Due to the nature of the offense, Justice Frazier said the starting point of 35 years should be adjusted upwards by 10 years. However, having taken the social inquiry report into consideration, the judge slashed 5 years from the sentence, taking it to 40 years. So initially, he was going to get 45 years. Based on the judge's purview, she said, based on the sentencing guidelines, accessory before the fact is a 35 years sentence. That's a starting point. However, what she's saying is that it should have been moved up by 10 years to make it 45 years. However, based on some of the positive developments that would have came out in the social inquiry report, she would have subtracted 5 years from the 45 years, make it 40 years. From the 40 years, Fraser deducted the 15 months that Miller spent behind bars, thus sentencing him to 38 years and 9 months on the accessory before the fact charge. Deducting 4 months from the maximum 2 years for the accessory after the fact charge, Miller was sentenced to 18 months. So, in total, we end up with what we end up with because he's serving the sentences concurrently. So, in total, Miller would have been sentenced to 40 years and 3 months, but because of the concurrency, he's serving 38 years and 9 months. Yeah, I think so. And for the accessory before the fact charge, that is where he's serving the 38 years for. And for the accessory after the fact charge, he's serving 18 months for that. So concurrently, 38 years, 9 months. During the handing down of the sentence, Miller seemed tense. And after the judge finished speaking, he whispered something to his attorney before being led from the dock and then taken from the court by the police. Kerry J, yes, it was a jury trial. There was a 7-member jury. They made up of 6 women and a male. They would have handed down the unanimous verdict on the 3rd of December last year. So it was the bench trial. It was a jury trial. So let me know a few things, eh? Now, the DPP has vowed to fight any appeal of the verdict of the sentencing by Tessa Miller and his lawyers. The swagger may slow to a shuffle, and the piercing eyes fade to a squint. Tessa Miller will be a grey-haired old man, age 77, when he walks out of prison. A humbling blow delivered by the state to the Jamaican mafia boss whose Klansman gang tormented Spanish Town and bathed its streets in blood. This is an article published by the Jamaica Gleaner. I know me right. You understand? But even, and that was so poetic, may I read it again like. The swagger may slow to a shuffle, and the piercing eyes fade to a squint. Tessa Miller will be a grey-haired old man, age 77, when he walks out of prison. A humbling blow delivered by the state to the Jamaican mafia boss whose Klansman gang tormented Spanish Town and bathed its streets in blood. The journalists are very poetic, like. Yes, son? But even as defense attorneys prepare to mount an appeal for the convicted gangster, Director of Public Prosecutions Paula Llewellyn has vowed that her office will put up a fierce fight when the time comes. The DPP made a commitment while speaking to journalists less than an hour after Miller was sentenced in the Home Circuit Court. In the Court of Appeals, which is where we practice every day from the office of the DPP, we will be ready to beat any arguments from my learned friends as a matter of law in any area, Queen's Counsel Llewellyn said. A 7-member jury on the 3rd of December 2019 found the 39-year-old Miller guilty. You don't know the rest of the story there. Further commenting on the sentencing, Llewellyn said that justice has been served. Yeah? It was not an easy case for my office to prosecute. Several of the issues arising will always have to remain in the trenches, out of sight. And it is good prosecution when you can get over the challenges and present the best possible case, she said. Before that, Bert Samuels, the attorney representing Miller, expressed disappointment in the sentence imposed on his client. Samuels characterized the sentence as very harsh and very high, arguing that Miller's conviction rested on the allegation that he had ordered Andre Bryan, alias Blackman, who had been acquitted in 2016 of the killing of Chambers, to commit the murder. We grieve for the family of the deceased. However, we grieve for the state of law as applied because it still just does not look right for there to be an acquittal of the felon, and Miller is gone for 38 years and 9 months. Samuel said while members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force Special Weapons and Tactical Team guarded the precincts of the court. The attorney is confident that they will win the appeal. In 2013, we were sentenced and we went across to the Court of Appeal and we won. That is my prediction, he said. During the sentencing, trial judge Fraser took into consideration the use of the gun to kill Chambers and attempt to conceal the murder as an aggravating factor. And mitigating factors included the lack of a relatable previous conviction and that Miller seemed like a family man. You understand? Yep. So that's the situation. The courts has spoken. In many persons' purview, justice has been served. It is in the right of the convict and his attorneys to appeal the ruling, of which I am sure they will. And I am sure that they will mount a very robust and very strong counter-offensive against his conviction and sentencing. And as the DPP has promised, they will also be ready to counter whatever the defense has to offer. Bert Samuels would have listed a number of tenets and points and grounds on which they will appeal. I also read an article where the DPP would have shut down each of them. Probably I'll share that in the future. But too much of one thing good for nothing answer. So peeps, we are cutting this up. I have also seen where Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton has spoken on. And Tufton is not a man who get involved in certain things, you know. So when Tufton talk, he probably really did have something to say. Tessa Miller sentencing shows justice system is functioning, says Tufton. The Cabinet Minister and West Central St. Catherine Member of Parliament, Dr. Christopher Tufton, said the sentencing of Tesha Miller shows that the justice system is functioning. See? And thing. And him did that talk about crime and everything. So we're not to dwell upon that either. The situation is the situation. We know the situation. We'll see how the appeal goes and them something. I suspect also that many persons are now eagerly anticipating the cartel appeal ruling. You know, I don't think that one is far away either. So we'll see how that goes and thing. It's going into what, 2 years now? I think July, summer coming will be 2 years. There about, yeah. So I could watch and see it go. Peeps, I cut it there, so. You understand? Zippy, big up yourself. I know I'm man in England, you know. You understand? I appreciate the support, you know, peeps. See, I did not stream on Wednesday. As I said, peeps, I was exhausted, yeah. I tell you the truth. I am trying. Give me a little time. And this term, as I said, will be rough. And think, come on now, it's the same as case. In other words, come on laws, our laws that come from court rulings. Okay. See? And think. Yeah, I would have done a series of videos recently breaking down the legal side of the settlement between Miley Cyrus and Flowagan, and also some of the legal issues surrounding the footer hype situation. Those videos have been doing well, so thanks to the persons who are appreciating the content there. We continue to keep our eyes on both situations and we see how it go. Peeps, big up on yourself. You understand? Appreciate the patience, appreciate the continued support, appreciate the loyalty. For the persons who are on the establishment for the first time, welcome. I sincerely appreciate your support. For the persons who have been supporting for donkey years, appreciate the support. You understand what I mean? For the people who would have subscribed to the other channels as well, thank you so much. I have been wanting to do something on JA Positive throughout the week. I did not get a chance to do so. I have been wanting to get in touch with the gentleman, the blind farmer from the visually impaired farmer from St. Elizabeth. I saw where the star would have gotten there before me. But I still want to do my own video, because I have a strange feeling that my video will do better than the star's video. It's just a reality. Because most of my videos, if me and TVJ do the same thing, I generally get more hits than TVJ. It's just a reality. You understand what I say? CVM likewise and thing. The Gleaner most of the time, the Observer sometimes. You know what I think. So, we keep on putting in the work. You need peeps. I would appreciate if you go over to subscribe to the second channel, which is Jamaica. You know, this is the channel that I show off Jamaica, the beauty of Jamaica. You understand what I say? And thing. So if you haven't subscribed over there yet, I crave your support and indulgence. And for the third channel now, which is JA Positive, which is kind of the prettier sister to teach them, where you will be seeing positive things happening in Jamaica. And yes, many positive things are happening in the country. But just give me a little bit of time to get things settled at work so I can get up and running and them something there. So appreciate the support all across the board, guys. For the persons who would have subscribed to Jamaica already, thank you very much. For the persons who will be subscribing soon, thanks in advance. For the persons who have subscribed to JA Positive, even though a lot of content is not over there, thank you so much. And for the persons who are yet to do so, as I said, I crave your indulgence and your support. Teach them. You have to touch upon US and Iran too, please. You know, say, me never really have no drive or no desire to do that, but like how you request it, me might do that. You understand what I say? And see your thing go. So I could see your thing go. You see? Blessings in a June mortify. We appreciate that. I know that everybody won't necessarily want to subscribe to all three channels. Big up to the people who would have subscribed to all three. Certain things work for some people, some things don't really work for some people. I understand that. You know what I think? We still have to try to promote the thing. You understand? I was even intending to do a live stream on JA Positive in the week, but it just never happened. You understand me? I say, I need some fight at me. I think I suffer from a little bit of burnout, you know, piece. I probably need to check some things and push back a little, pull back a little, reorganize myself and them something there. Because if you're not healthy, you can't do the work, you know. So, not that I am sick, I am just exhausted, in all honesty. You understand? And this term, as I told you before, will be rough at work. I have responsibility for coordinating and planning Jamaica Day. I am house leader for one of the house, and my house don't really lose, like. You understand? So, I probably want to give that a final go. If this is the year, I will end teaching and see how it goes. We don't know. You understand? So, plus, as I said, I have HOD responsibilities for the time being, so that takes a lot of time, and a lot of things has not been flowing efficiently and smoothly as we would wish. So we have to be, you know, plus the whole teaching learning process and being a teacher, plus being a human being is a lot of things. So we try, peeps, so just bear with me. Sometimes we don't plan to start stream them late, but them just start late, so I appreciate the continued support. Sometimes I want to upload the video them early upon during the week, between 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock, but you know, work out, so sometimes they upload 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. We don't have to watch them see me, yeah? I really and truly appreciate it. You see me? So just bear with me. And thing. For the persons who reach out and say, teach, I appreciate the work and continue putting in the work. We know it's rough, we don't know how you teach and run so much YouTube channel and thing and them something there. But we try. You understand what I say? We try. Eventually, I will expand the team and probably take on somebody. Most things that I do now, like when I go on the road to do interviews, my brother is there and probably Scotty most of the time if she's available. You understand? So, like, it's not me alone I do everything, but as we go along, we probably going to need some help. And as the thing grow and grow, and we can help somebody take care of themselves and them family too, we are always willing to do that. You understand what I say? So we see where things go. So, you know, we all, for the youths, them develop themselves and progress and can help themselves in a legal way. So we don't have no issue with that. You understand? Plus, still working on the business aspect of the thing and trying to a lot of things, please. But take time with me. Me just one youth. You understand what I say? Me I just one youth. So, you know what I think? We say 555 tonic. That sound like too much 5 in that here, brother. You understand what I say? You better this one 501 or something. Too much 5. But peace, big up on yourself. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. You understand? Have a little fun. Go someplace where you never go before. Spend a little time by yourself, with yourself, to yourself. You understand? Have something nice to drink. But if you must drink, do not drive. If you must drive, do not drink. Load the big old headphone them on our road. Stop, separate yourself from your environment. Them Bluetooth headpiece something here. You understand what I say? Them here something here not hot again. Like, you walk over here. Why is in your ears long out so? You understand what I say? You see SS or 2 or 5 minutes. You understand what I say? Like, I couldn't walk over here. There's something here, you know hot, you know cute. You know a telephone operator. You know loud and sitting there, man. You understand what I say? Stop, attract attention to yourself. Zane and thing. Keep your phones in your pockets and in your bags. Use them only when you need them. You understand? Walk with only the cash that you need. You feel me? I say them only for gold chain and bling and rings and bangles and chopperators and all sorts of things. Yes, so you work your money and you buy them and I fear. But people will take it from you and people will take your life in the process. Nobody give people additional reason to try to kill you. You understand what I say? It's sad, but that's how the thing go. If you must take public transportation, try to travel in a group. You understand? If you can't travel in a group, know the do's and the don'ts, state the license plate number. So you go give somebody. Tell people you're there, tell people where you go. You understand what I say? Describe the car, describe the driver. Always follow your instinct. If it feel wrong, not take the car there. You're wrong. You understand? Above all, trust absolutely no one. For the people them know every move they make, people have to know and they on them Twitter status, they on them WhatsApp status, on them Facebook status, on them status. Then, don't be careful, man. People are watching you. You understand what I say? Stop expose yourself. Stop expose your security and safety to some people who don't mean you well. For the people them who are live them personal life on social media where everybody know every detail about them husband and them wife, on the top. For the people who suffer from the Instagram syndrome, fix up on a thing. Stop trying to live people's best life. Live your best life. You understand what I say? You understand? You can't live a next man's life. You only can live your life to the best of your ability. And for the people that still suffer from the dumb people with smartphone syndrome, fix it. Peeps, big up on yourself. Miss Ingrid Theater, Xavier H, Dexter Fremantle, Dante Dan, DS Electronics Unlimited, Diamond Clark, GR7 Scott, Miss Ruth Daly, Dante Dan, Kerry J, Zane, Zippy, Queen Cleopatra TV. Big up on yourself, you know. You understand what I mean? I say Miss Genevieve Gale, Shamalu, Peter May, Picala son, Picala, big up yourself in the youth. Father Romario Turreto, Paul Height, Irvin Steer, James Bond, brother, big up yourself, you know. You understand what I mean? I say May what? Max Don, big up on yourself, you know, peeps. You understand what I mean? I say, I look for the name them, Kanaika, Kerry J, KD Vibes, Zane, Miss John Gray, big up yourself, you know, I don't know if I tell her, Miss Claudette Kerr, all of the people in the building. You see, I know the Royal General they about. I know that G, there's someone probably listen. You understand? Claudia Massop, big up yourself in the family. For the people them who reach out to me recently and ask me to call them or message me, I'm in a message, but give me a little time now, please and thanks. And chat me on one message and remind me, say, Teach, remember we need to talk. I don't want people feel like say me and try to avoid them and go around them pace. Me really and truly just not have the time sometimes. And sometimes I just not remember. Me I tell you the God truth. Yes, the messages are there on the phone, but sometimes I can't clear all of the messages them. Sometimes for one day I get hundreds of messages. You understand? Tens of missed calls. I can't always find the time for return the calls or reply to the message. Sometimes I need to find the time for read the message them for 3-4 days. And then more messages I got pile up. So sometimes your message will come in today. And by Friday, I'm going to reach on to it because one next 300 message come in till them time. So I have to just say my piece. Big man thing. And I'm nothing personal. It's just that me just one man. You understand what I mean? I say Sidewalk Music TV. Big up yourself, you know. Annie Alcini. Good night, my friend. King of Kings TV. You understand? Lady Clark. See? All of the people them are about. Manners and respect, you know. You understand what I say? And them something. So just give me a little time. See? I may try to get back to everybody as soon as possible. Yes, big up yourself for the big brother. And be careful upon the Clarendon flat there in the youth, because boy, I don't know your answer. Zane, June mortified, big up yourself, you know. You understand? Right now, you see me, I'm tired and I have to go get all of my gear ready and packed up. Because I have an interview tomorrow. I have one next artist to interview. Nobody asks me, because I'm not telling them who. You think me an idiot? You understand me? I said, then if it be surprised. DJ Small! Brother, big up yourself for the youth. You know what I mean? And thing, I mean, I do all of that before I go to bed. Make sure all of the battery them charge up. Make sure everything in the gear bags. You understand? And them something. The thing are growing up peeps. You see, one of the rewarding thing internally when I go on the locations to do I have never gone on a location to do an interview, and the artist that I'm interviewing is not impressed by the professionalism of how we carry the gears and the gear itself. You understand? And I just laugh to myself and I say, life is such a funny thing. I remember when I started with a phone. You understand? And now some of the biggest artists in the business, I like say, yo, youth, I like the direction, I like the progress. You understand? I say, keep doing the thing. For me, it is a nice little feeling I get when a man would have been interviewed by BBC and CNN and Al Jazeera and them place there, and Fox and them place there. I can't say, see a little youth, I do a thing and I say, yo, we appreciate you, youth. You understand? The thing professional, we like the gear, we like the movement, we like the progress. Them things there, you know what I mean, a part of the little reward you get out of the thing. You understand what I say? Big up yourself in a Shamar. No worry on yourself, man. The interview them all get sweet kid. You understand what I say? So, I've been trying to add a second camera to the interview. Zane, we want to add a automated second. What if I look at it? We just keep reading the thing. It thing I go reach. You understand? We are work on it. Zane and thing. And one of the next thing is that you reach out to an artist and the artist's first response to you is teach them. I always make sure the message I reach them. That is an immediate indication that the artist is familiar with your work, and that means a lot. You understand? Most of the artists, that is the reaction when you reach out to them. You understand? And that made the thing easier. You understand? Make the link easier for make, and the appreciation for the work easier. So you have to just pick your lane, stay true to yourself, believe in yourself, learn from your mistakes, try to improve, try to expand, and remain polite, courteous, and professional. You understand? And that will do a lot for you. Don't follow the hype. Don't follow the crowd. Run your own race. And when you come last, you understand? You finish your race and catch your breath after the race and go train again to improve your placement. You understand? Zippy, I want to tell you a story about terror. The terror will come. But I can't say much now, but terror will come. Just go and hold out. You understand? Every artist will come, man. No worry your head, man. My aim is to interview all artists in the business, but some of them affiliate like, you understand? My aim now is not to interview the art artists, you understand? My aim is to interview the artists who are not as visible as they once were, you understand? Them share them story. Everybody have a story, seeing whether you're boss, whether you're not boss, whether you're a try boss, whether you're boss and a boss back. I want to capture everybody's story. You understand what I say? But it just take a little time. Things take a little time. You understand what I say? Yeah, man. Yeah, that's how the thing go. Light, link me before the 15th. Alright, brother. Light, what you just need to do is just message me and say, teach, remember to link me and remind me, brother. You know a thing, brother. You understand? Robert Neffins, big up yourself, you know. You know Warrior King. You know what's between me and you. You know so we organize a day with Warrior King, location with Warrior King. And the morning when me get up for go St. Elizabeth, me and call Warrior King and him people and me not get them. You understand what I say? So things happen. Believe me. There have been many times when things... brother, me say me I go interview everybody. Give me a little time, no, sir. You understand? So, it just take a little while. Sometimes some artists are available. Sometimes they're not available. Sometimes things happen. So we just take, yo, them a call everybody name in our business now. Me go on my bed, because I can't bother with you. You understand me? I say, call so car, big up yourself in a family. You understand? Like, you know, I make me get all the artists them one place, I interview the whole of them one time. It's one at a time I can interview them. You understand me? I say, but you know what I'm doing. Don't give me a look at time, man. I work, I build your ability, you know. You see? So, here I go on with the thing. You think I'm going to reach a stage where artists are going to link me. And I say, Teach, you know, say, I watch a video, I want interview what you do, and I appreciate that I want you document my story. It's going to reach you, sir. And the first artist to do that, I will tell you. You understand? It's going to reach there. But it is not, it is becoming a little bit more easy, a little bit easier to make, to get the interviews, because and one of the next thing where give you a nice little feeling is after you do the interviews and you upload it, the artist link and I say, Teach, you know, say a portion of call me I get from people, I say them say up and teach them and them love the interview. That's a nice little feeling as well. But remain humble, remain grounded. You understand what I mean? I say, we don't get carried away. No hype, no anything. The only thing what we use hype with is substance over hype. You understand? DNJ said the biggest lecturer. You understand what I say? So, you know what I think go? We take our time, Turco style. Slow and steady when the race. You know what I mean? So we give thanks to all the entertainers who would have availed themselves and allow me to document their stories. Really and truly appreciate it from the art. You know what I mean? For all the entertainers who are not currently in the country and I've said, Teach, as soon as we touch a yard, the link I go make now over your head. For the entertainers, they must say, Teach, yeah, everything good. And then we are calling and we now get to manners and respect said speed. We hope to get the opportunity one of them days. You understand? We don't give up on anything. You understand? We know a thing so. I love and respect said way. As DNJ Small said, man and honor. You know what I mean? Peeps, big up on yourself. You understand? Yes, you know what you do too. You keep on and tell me if you find. But you not find some of the artists them. Flower Girl them be winnings right now in a zippy. I tell you, you know. I mean, I tell you some of my dad, the Rebel Salute launch, man. Me is a Flower Girl in a building and I walk looking at everybody's face. I look for Flower Girl and I can't find him. You understand? I say, and then the truth said me did I work the camera right to me couldn't go walk up and down too far like. So, you know what I think. Them something there. Yes, sir. So, peeps, big up on yourself. Bushman! You know, say me link Bushman already. I'm not get the reply from Bushman yet. So, we are going all out. Peeps, the thing I take a look at time. You understand? Me just go write down the names them. And see it? Alright. That paper here. When I was in a meeting on Friday. And on this paper, I don't want to look at me and write, you know, because I don't want to talk about it. I don't write if you please, you know. I just that jot down things. You understand? These are the list of the names of the people who I hope to interview before the year is done. And all of them are artists. You understand? Some people like have them story like Adams and Bigger Ford and Trinity and them man there. Some people we are trying to expand the thing because everybody have a story. You understand what I say? Peeps. Me I left. You understand? Because I love talking too much. You understand? They don't know I'm on tenants a long time and talk. Teach them, you get a piece of parchment paper. No, here we go on and carry. Because at the time, me in the meeting, you know, remember senior teachers meeting me, you know. Then I couldn't do on my phone like I typing things. You understand? Principal rough me up like. So, I just go on like me and write down some things from the meeting. Well, some things me I write down, but not from the meeting. You understand what I says? I don't know how it goes still. So, I don't like we don't got no smartphone. And we smart like, you know, but then you can't dep on the phone and have people they meeting miss. Then that no wise. You understand what I say? And thing. Pips! Big up on yourself. But so on a Sunday, I try make it for 8:30. But if I don't make it for 8:30, I still go try and make it. You understand what I say? And thing. Pips, enjoy your weekend. Walk good. Step with you. Appreciate the support. You understand? If you haven't subscribed to JA Positive as yet, please go over and subscribe. And when you subscribe, you say, we want to receive our notification. You understand what I say? And them things. Remember, one family, one umbrella. It's just different content. Zane out of Jamaica, out of yard. For the people in my yard and abroad. You know what I think? Because when I check it out, lad, now I'm better than yard. You understand what I say? Look in Jamaica with it. So, you understand what I say? Yeah, man. What song they say? But peeps, I'm gone. Sunday, big up on yourself. I appreciate the support. Watch the video, them, like them, share them, comment on them, recommend the channel. You understand what I say? And if you don't think you subscribe, you subscribe. And you might accidentally press the unsubscribe button. You untouch it like, go press it back. You understand what I say? We no make them mistake or anything. Peeps, what good? Step with Jah. Kerry, go and hold it to the Empress. We're going to try all the talk tomorrow. You understand? Yeah, man. Who just subscribe? Mathematics Bennett. Big up yourself and your family. I think somebody else had subscribed earlier too. I don't remember. Xavier H. Zane. And thing. For the people them who still mean with them subscription, big up on yourself. Yeah, carry it about me want to stay and me tired and want to stay. Me even beat for an evening. You know, see dirt at drop down pat me gone. You can't stay there. Peeps. Walk good. Step with Jah. Make Kerry J stay there about me and I want to leave. You understand? I'm out.
Teach them! Hey, yo, hello! Send the message and make it reach them. It's teach them. Right here. Warlord representing.
Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment below. Remember to like and share the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. Follow me on social media and check out the suggested videos on screen. This is Teach saying, until next time, walk good, my friends.